We're brought Silas down here into this 40-foot round pen today, working on just, I'll tell you what, we're not even going to mess with brushing the shavings off of him right now because he's way too fresh. He can wear some shavings while we do a little of this groundwork. I'm going to turn him loose and push him around this round pen a little bit. All right, so Silas is a big 2-year-old stud colt, and he doesn't have a lot of fear of much of anything, and we need to get him in a trainable frame of mind. And I don't mean that we need to build fear in him, but I just mean that we need to teach him how to be around humans. Teach him how to learn some of these things that we need him to learn. Now, Silas is a 2-year-old stud colt that came to us for training about 90 days ago. And it was obvious right from the get-go that Silas was a very intelligent young horse. But we treat Silas the same way that we do all the young horses that come to us for training. The first thing that we do is just try to get him domesticated. Okay, that's not a response that's acceptable, either to the flag or to people. Okay, so we got to address that right away. We can't even get the shavings off of him if he's going to rear up and strike at us. All right. He's funny. He wants to come around to the front. Okay, he wants my full attention. Pretty smart colt right here. Pretty smart colt. See if I can get him stopped. Ho! That's really good. That's really good. I'm gonna slip the halter on him if I can. Now, Silas and I really hit it off right from the very beginning. Seemed like he really tried to understand everything that I was trying to teach him, and he put a lot of effort into doing everything the best way that he could. So I'm going to take Silas outside today. He's going home tomorrow, and I just want to make sure that he's solid on all the things that I've been working on with him, that I've been trying to teach him. Make sure that he can go outside with no problem. Make sure that he understands how to stop, how to draw back. And he's getting a little pushy, but he's a 2-year-old stallion, and the 2-year-old stallions can get that way. So I'm just going to ride him around a little bit here, stop him, draw him back, turn him around. Make sure he's got all that stuff before we go out. I need to move some cattle around. So we're going to take him for a trot down the hay strip and see if he'll let us lope a little bit out there. And then we'll go and move some cattle around and just get him prepared to go home. That's it. You know, we always want these, we want our client horses to be solid when they leave here. If there's any holes in them, we sure want to plug those holes and make sure that these horses are confident and solid in their skill set. So anyhow, let's go hit the hay strip. Silas always gets hung up at this road right here. We'll see if he does today. He's not a horse that gets upset about things. He doesn't really get hot. You can see he just stops. There we go. Good job, partner. Good job. All right. All right, so I'm going to use this lariat to kind of show him what the pressure of this saddle feels like. Probably going to flank him with it. See how much of a bucker he wants to be. Okay, we'll get all that out of him. All right. Okay. All right, so we'll just as he moves around me, I'm just going to put a little pressure on him right there. All right, I'm going to roll it back, put a little more pressure right there. Come on back a little bit farther. There, we hit a spot that's kind of funny. Feels a little funny to him right there. Okay, so we're just going to hold on to that. I'm only putting about 1 pound of pressure on him. Let it slide back a little bit farther. Okay. Just ignore all that silly colt stuff. Some of them buck, some of them run off, some of them rear up. Some of them don't do anything. We don't let any of it bother us, right? Because we're horsemen. We understand it's a horse, and they've got sometimes their reactions to things are bigger than what we expect. Don't let it bother you. All right. Put them around put that thing around those hocks right there and see how that feels. That was great. That was great. There you go, buddy. Well, I tell you what, old Silas sure is one of a kind. All right, now we don't want to just, be real aggressive and just surprise him and pull this thing up super tight all at once. We want to kind of just gently pull it hole by hole. Okay. He's not really paying me too much attention right now, which I don't guess is a bad thing, but at the same time, I kind of need him to at least be in the same zip code with me. Pull this back cinch up a little bit more. There you go, bud. All right, that's good. That's all good. That's all good. Let me get this flag here. Back cinch it near tight enough. He could get a leg hung in it if he is to kick up real far. So. There we go. All right, now what we're going to do is we're just going to go back to doing a little bit of groundwork with him. I'm not going to let him off of this lead rope, okay? Because I don't want him to go out there just bucking and lose his mind. But we'll just continue on with our groundwork right here. Ignore all that stuff. Let him figure that out. There. Get those feet to moving. Let's mash the gas a little bit on Silas. See what he thinks about that. Not too bad. First gear. Squeeze a little more. There's second gear. Not too bad. There's third gear. Still holding it together. There's fourth gear. Starting to rattle a little bit, but holding it together. Now let's hit overdrive. Oh yeah. Real good, Silas, real good. Real good. All right, let's see if we can bring him back down. Just sitting. Come right back to me. Right on down to a walk. Whew. Tell you what, there ain't too much that's better than that. That's all we look for. Good job, Silas. All right, partner. Now, if you've never had the feeling of being able to just send your horse out there, have that horse give you everything that he's got, and then just come right back down to you, I tell you what, you're just not living. I mean, that's what it's all about. There. Boy, he's really nice and confident right there and quiet. So I'm going to go ahead and swing up. Good job, buddy. Good job. Was that ideal? No. Will it be better next time? Hopefully. Am I worried that he's going to stay like that the rest of his life? Of course not. Okay. We build incrementally, slowly, over the course of days, weeks, months, years. Training a horse is not a weekend endeavor, okay? It's not a 30-day endeavor. It takes the life of the horse, all right? It takes a full year to get one broke. It takes 2 years to train one, to do a discipline, perform in a discipline. It takes 3 to 5 years to season one. And it takes 10 years to produce a truly finished horse, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right. This time I'm gonna flex him a little bit side to side. And there's that grabbing himself 2-year-old stud colt thing again. Okay, so that'll be a very common practice that'll be something I do a lot with him when he wants to stop and root down into that bridle. I'm just gonna pick him up and flex him. Give him just with one rein so that he didn't have anything to pull on. There's that right lead, and that's pretty good. Okay, so he's kind of pulling on me right there. He knows that stop's coming. So I just flex this face right here. Okay. Get that front end moving a little bit. Oh, that was good. He let me guide him across the pin right there. Okay, so I knew he was going to root into that. I just let him take it. And then I picked him back up with one rein. All right, we'll see if we can't overcome a little bit of that today. That's a little bit more of an advanced thing, so I'm not going to expect to just completely fix that today, but we'll work on it a little bit. Now, I've only got Silas for 90 days, but I'm not going to rush him. I see my job is to instill a little bit of self-confidence into this horse, build a work ethic in him, the desire to learn, and put the foundation of a handle so that his owners can go on with him, continue to have fun and do some of the things that they want to do. It's pretty foundational and fundamental. It's the same thing that I do with all of them. One thing I always do with these young horses, when they get done working the gates, I turn them back into the gate. That way they don't get in the habit of walking off from the gate when you're up there, right? If they do like to walk off, like right there, he just took 2 steps and made it uncomfortable for me to open that gate. So I'm just gonna hustle his feet back around and then put him back. And the good thing about Silas is he's not a hot horse at all. He's perfectly happy to park it right here, rest his feet. So turn him back into that. Let's just walk out here and check on our heifers while we're right here. Well, Silas sure has come a long way. Pinch your cattle out. Help me get these cattle out. There you go. All right. So Silas has been in my program for about 90 days now, and that equates to about 60 rides. That's 5 rides per week for 3 months. You can do the math. What I look for in a horse at the end of this 90-day period is just what you just saw, okay? I want a horse that's got a little bit of a handle. He's got to stop and turn around. He knows to go forward when I ask him to go forward. And then he's got enough self-confidence where I can go out and use him. And in the places where he doesn't have self-confidence, I need him to have enough confidence in me that he and I can get the job done together. So overall, I'd say that Silas is a runaway success. Good job, Silas.